Next on the block, Jesse James by, well, I think it's pretty original. I think someone else did it before him, but I can't find it yet.
This song was made by me so I could tell you about a man called Mr. Howard. Of course, I knew him as Jesse James. Jesse James was a lad who killed many a man. He robbed the Glendale train. He stole from the rich and he gave to the poor. He'd a heart and a hand and a brain. Jesse had a wife to mourn for his life. Children, they were brave. But that dirty little coward that shot Mr. Howard laid poor Jesse in his grave.
In his grave.
Lots of folks thought he was just a thief and a killer, but they didn't know him like I knew him. Many's the time I've seen him helping those in need. Some people said he might not always have been right. His gun had true and deadly aim. But maybe there is still an old widow in the hills who remembers the good of Jesse James. I guess the law just couldn't understand Jess or why he did what he did, so we were always running. The posse searched in vain for the outlaw Jesse James, but he'd be gone before they'd arrive. For there never was a man with the law in his hand who could catch Jesse James when alive. It seems wrong after doing so much for folks that Jesse should be betrayed by someone he thought was a friend. It was Robert Ford, that dirty little coward. Wonder how he must feel. For he ate of Jesse's bread, and he slept in Jesse's bed. Then he laid poor Jesse in his grave. Jesse had a wife to mourn for his life. Children, they were brave. But that dirty little coward that shot Mr. Howard laid poor Jesse in his grave. Laid poor Jesse in his grave. Laid poor Jesse in his grave.
In his grave.
Well, as far as I know, it's the original that I found.